round 4 of my painting streams. These have been so much fun for me. Oh, hey Nomad. Oh, we've got this message is held for review already. Second message, come on. Thank you to my mods again. I hope we've all been having a lovely week so far. Hey Cheryl. Yeah, Aaron, the stream just started. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi Lily. Oh, it's so nice to be back. Yeah, what have you all been up to? How come you're so Scottish? I don't know. The thing is, I left my hometown when I was 18 and I've lived away for quite a while, but there's no getting rid of my Scottish accent. Some people could adapt quite quickly to whatever they're settling in or settled. But for me, the Scottish accent is truly here to stay. Hey Ewan, hello Russell. Danielle will be on in like an hour, I think. Okay, good to know, thank you. Okay, so where are we at? Last week, we were painting these, you're probably fed up with these elephants by now. These elephants. Oh, I put bracelets on tonight, but I think it'd be best to take them off. I don't want to make too many rattling sounds. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, can I read your hand? Like a palm reading? Oh yeah, that sounds fun. Which hand do you want to read? Thank you very much for that tip. I think stuff like this is really fun. As long as you don't tell me anything bad, please. How many versions of Scottish accents are there? The Glaswegian accent is very prominent. It sounds as if they're singing. I'm not even going to try, but it's like they go up at the end of the word. Like, no, let's not do it. But yeah, the Glaswegian accent's quite particular and separate to the rest, I would say. But each city has its own little nuance within the language. And then the further north you go, especially Aberdeen and further up, they have their own dialect called Doric, and that is wild. The left one, like this. Oh, can you see? We're just doing a wee bit of palm reading, everybody, just before we start. I don't know if the camera quality is good enough. I'm not sure, Leo. I think it's a bit bad. Oh, that's a pity. I'm not sure if you got anything from that, but anyway, back to these elephants. So these are a gift from my wee sister, just to recap. Oh, my neighbours are being noisy tonight. So I have these two, and this is where we are at. Oh, we've came on a long way since Monday of last week. And I found these in a charity shop. And I sanded them down. I've been painting them, and I'm going to varnish them and give them to my sister. And then we have the third elephant, which is looking nice too. So today, my task is to add some gold leaf. Is it cold in Scotland now? Yes. Oh, thank you for the lovely comments. Sorry, I'm just checking in on the comments. So yeah, I've got this gold leaf. It's not real gold leaf. If you're going to use actual gold leaf, it's quite fiddly and messy. But this is like a cheat code. It's called Robin Buff. And I've never used it before, but I've been advised that this is what I should be going for. So I'm going to use this. On the lines very delicately, and in the little dots and things. Painting my miniatures right alongside you. Brilliant. Is anyone else painting little miniatures? Somebody commented saying that they will be reading and doing a bit of study alongside these streams, so And that's really fun to hear, that you're all busy away doing your own thing as well. It's like a real like community hangout. So yeah, what are you all up to? Oh, this looks nice. Livestream. Okay, let me show you what that's just came out like. Oh, thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Hey, Anthony. Okay, so that's the one. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful metallic sheen. Do you see that? Oh, how exciting. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate as I put on the first little bit, and then I'll get into the swing of it, I'm sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ragnar. Thank you, Booba. It's so funny reading out some of your names or tags, whatever. Hey, Josette. Hey, Mac. I just want to sincerely thank you for everything, because you're the only ASMR artist that can get me to sleep. Bless you. I'm really glad that you found my ASMR. Hey, Shortbread, says Alana, you're an expert tickler. Oh, Lily's starting a new job tomorrow. Don't feel anxious. I know that's easier said than done, but you got the job for a reason, and this is a nice new exciting chapter. And I find that sometimes the anxious feeling in my stomach is similar to the feeling I get when I'm excited, so try and focus on the parts that you are excited about, and hopefully that can help soothe the anxious parts. Bless you. I'll be thinking of you. You've got this. I like the video with the feathers. Oh, that was a long time ago. Or wait, which one? I had a video that was dedicated to feather, which I made a long time ago, but then I recently did an up close video, and I think I added some feathers in there if I remember correctly. Oh, somebody's sleep is interrupted. Oh, yeah, it's sometimes we don't really have much control over our neighbours. Though, as I said a few minutes ago, my neighbours have been making some noise tonight. The other night, it was really loud, and I thought to myself, do I knock? Because it was like this constant douche, 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 douche. So what are they doing? It's 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't know if they were like hammering in the wall. It really sounded like that. So I just had flashbacks of staying at my auntie's house when I was a wee girl. And my auntie lived in a block of flats, and the neighbours upstairs used to stomp around, and she would get the broom and smash her ceiling to get her neighbours to stop being so noisy. And I always found it really funny. So the other night I thought, do I do it? Do I chap on the wall? And I wasn't angry, I wasn't like raging, like, oh, I just thought, let's just see. So I went, and they stopped. So there you go, you just need to assert yourself a little bit. No, don't be taking that advice. I don't want you all having disagreements with your neighbours and then saying, oh, Shorty told me to knock on the door or knock on the wall. Shorty made me do it. No, let's backtrack. I love your ASMR, thank you, Patrick. Hello, are you new to YouTube ASMR? No, I'm not actually. I've got a little bit of paint on my finger. Can we dab it? I've been doing ASMR since 2018. So not quite an OG, but a mature ASMR artist. Did you check out Benny Hill? I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot. Oh. See, for a split second there, I thought, do I lie? I was like, no, I can't lie. So no, I didn't. Sorry. Often when I finish my streams, I'm tired, but I'm a bit pumped. Like, as in, because I always have such a good time. I always enjoy these streams so much. So I have like this confusing feeling of I'm relaxed, but also, yeah, there's a bit of adrenaline there. And I usually just go and splash some water on my face and then just sort of sit. And then just sit on my phone for a little bit. And it went right out of my mind. It's like the stream just blurs into one big replay. And if then you play Benny Hill, the Benny Hill theme would be hard to play, I'd say. I'm going to listen tonight, right? I am going to listen, and the next stream that I set up, I will be coming on, and the first thing I'm going to say is, Benny Hill fans, I'm here for you. You sound like Merida. Are you Scottish? I am indeed. I am indeed. Okay, so I've just added the little gold. Can you see it? Oh, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? It's subtle. It actually looks a bit like fool's gold. Do you remember that? I say, do you remember that? I've not seen fool's gold in a long time. But it was one of those things, I feel like in the 90s. I don't know, or at least when I was about 5 years old, my mum had some fool's gold and it just became a thing. I don't know if it was just my mum discovering it or it was like a thing at that time. But yeah, I loved playing with fool's gold and pretending I had real treasure. Because I was a little magpie back then, and I still am. I love things that sparkle. But my twin, she's even more of a magpie. She is... Oh no. I just dropped that. Yeah, she is one for like all the pink glittery things. So it's easy to buy for her at Christmas. You just get her something fabulous. I was first in the chat today. Yes, you are, Nomad. You legend. I definitely look forward to reading Jeanette McCurdy's new book, Half His Age Soon. Because, oh, okay. You sparkle. Thank you very much. You all sparkle. Oh, this is nice. I'm really enjoying this part so far. It's lovely. Thank you. Anyone want to tell me where I'm in Scotland? You're in Scotland, James. Whereabouts? You want us to guess? You've got to give us some clues. Because Scotland, whilst it's not that big, there are lots of options. So narrow it down for us, please. New here. Hey, Richard. Welcome to the stream. She kind of looks like Jeanette McCurdy. Who's that? I think I've been listening to your ASMR stuff for maybe a year and a half now. It's been lovely to listen to, says Aaron. Helps me sleep quite nicely or just mellow out when the ADD or anxiety is bad. I'm very glad to hear that I can help. And thank you for sharing. My favourite way to fall asleep. The smell's quite strong. I don't want to start... I don't know, it smells very like oil. Oh, I wonder if this is going to take forever to dry. Let me check. Oh, well, it's on now, and it's given an amazing effect, so c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be sitting sniffing this on live stream. It just, you know, when some things just have a really interesting smell. Like, I love the smell of fresh printed books. It was always such a treat in primary school when you got new textbooks and they changed the curriculum, and I would just sit there with my nose in the book, like, definitely a strange child. Thanks for the shout out, you're welcome. It's all a simulation. Hey, Sijay. I didn't know that was you. Nomad let me know that you're the baddest mofo in Oz. I thought we had somebody new, but a Livestream friend has changed his name and I just realised who it is, so hello. Oh, this looks nice. I'm adding gold now. Along here. Oh, do you see that? I think it goes quite well with the green. Honestly, this is pungent. Pungent, I tell you. It's quite like gold leaf in texture as well. It's not like a smooth acrylic paint. It's got a bit of a grit to it. Oh, I'm loving this. This is fun. The scent of fresh books is so good, but old ones have their own peculiar one. You're right. I have a range of old books sat around me actually. I've got quite a lot of books in my living room. And I've only read about 20%. I kind of went through a phase last year going charity shopping, and I love charity shopping for books. You get some absolute bargains, and I found loads of books over the course of a few months, and I thought, right, okay, I'll get on to that, and I think I read about 2 books last year. Actually, on that note, this is just flowed into this quite nicely. I was lying in bed. Sorry, you're getting a monologue from me. I was lying in bed the other night, post-stream, and I got thinking about like fun things to do during these streams because, as I said last week, I want to make these a lot more regular because I love them and the feedback seems to be pretty good. And I thought, what kind of themes can we do? Like, I'm sitting painting, maybe we could have like a wee cheese and wine night or something. And then I thought a book club would be quite fun, but I think I'd have to make it a little bit more organised and structured. So I don't know how I'll go about that yet, but it'd be cool to do something like that once a month. So people had time to read the book, and it would encourage me to get reading as well. And when I was in primary school, I was part of a wee group club with the head teacher. I was such a swot, such a wee nerd. And I loved it. Not just me and the head teacher, there was a group of us that did it. But it was fun, and it was organised by the head teacher. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Dungeon Masters Consortium. Great name. Have you ever considered doing speaking videos while holding something in your teeth? Saw one a while back where a gal was holding hairpins. Was nice. I kind of know what you mean. I've seen a few videos where the ASMR artist is like, they have spoolies or the end of a pencil when they're chewing on it. I have a video like that actually. It's an old one, and I've got platinum blonde curly hair. I look like another person, I really do. I was about 26 maybe. So if you go back about 5 years ago I think you'll be able to find, it's like a spoolie nibbling video or whatever, and I've got like these ringlets. Yeah, that was a look that I rocked for a hot minute. Thank you very much for the tip. I'm missing quite a few comments. Drunken Police Squad is still the channel name. Alright, okay. Thanks, Ajay. Love to see more of your artwork. I actually have my old art folios down, like sat right over there. I brought them down from the attic today because I thought maybe I could take this opportunity to have a wee flick through, and yeah, so maybe in a wee while we could have a wee look through them. What do you think? Yeah, I'm just looking. That's why I keep looking off camera, because I have something staring at me. Actually, I'll show you now. I'll show you what's staring at me. Oops. It's a very interesting piece. I can't remember if this was my final year in high school. Yeah, I've not really done much art since high school, but I loved it. So this was like it's a bit weird. I had to put it on a canvas board because to meet the criteria, you had to have your final piece on A1. Well, I wanted my final piece in this frame, but I couldn't just submit the frame, so I had to mount the frame onto a canvas board, so it looks awfully strange. But at the time I was doing a bit of research in my paintings on like miniatures. So back in the Victorian era, sorry, I've got something in my throat. A lot of aristocratic families and people with money would get these little miniature portraits painted of them, and they would be tiny, like little box size, little locket size. So I was doing a study on miniatures. So I painted 3 girls in my high school class. And then I had like little bits of writing about them. So it was a bit of a weird one. So I was just laughing there because it was staring at me. 3 girls. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird project. I've got quite a lot of art sat there. Scary. It's a wee bit scary, isn't it? They look like photos. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like the frame. Okay, not to sound creepy, but the second picture girl, I swear I saw her in a dream. That's my friend Katie. Why are you whispering? Because this is ASMR. Okay, let's get back to this. I'll maybe show you a wee bit more later. If you're interested, that is. Yeah, this is nice. This is fun. I learned Scottish because of Outlander. Great show. I am on season 2 of Outlander, and I agree. I really enjoy watching that TV show. I didn't at first, I will admit. I kind of had to watch it. I'll explain. So, my boyfriend is English. I know, I'm a traitor. No, I'm joking. My boyfriend is English, and when we started dating, he's really big on his TV shows. And he started watching Outlander, and he loved it. He fell in love. It's the kind of whimsical, otherworldly fantasy thing that he's into. And it's basically about this English woman who falls through time and ends up in Scotland in like the 17th century. Or is it the 18th century? I can't remember. Anyway, and my boyfriend watched the whole thing very fast within a few months, and he really wanted me to watch it because I don't know, he wanted to share it with me. So I started watching the first episode and I just wasn't into it. I thought it was a little bit too dramatic and yeah, just being Scottish, it's my culture, so it just didn't quite, yeah, it just seemed a bit dramatic, like I say. But after a couple of episodes, I definitely saw the appeal, and now I'm hooked. I love it. It doesn't take long for me to convert to things. But we all love a bit of drama, so yeah. The only TV shows that I rewatched right now are Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra Seasons 1, and the good episodes from Drake and Josh. I've started watching Stranger Things, the last season. I've just watched the first episode a few nights ago. I know I'm far behind. The whole world has watched it at this point. But I have been busy, so now is my time to maybe get disappointed. I've heard some negative things about the ending, but hey, let's not include any spoilers. ASMR at Loch Ness would be awesome. Yeah, it really would. A wee day looking for Nessie. I did an ASMR video at Loch Lomond. If you go on my channel, it was about maybe May or June. Oh, June. Was it last year or the year before? 2024? Yeah, June 2024. I had a video released on my channel, and I'm doing hand movements at Loch Lomond. So yeah, you can check that out. Yeah, so I've added a bit of gold up here. Yeah, I'm really liking the gold and the green, so I think I'm going to keep outlining the green for just now and see how it looks. With this kind of thing, I think less is more. I don't want it to be too bling bling, but I do want it to be shimmery enough to make an impact. Do you listen to Nathan Evans? He's touring Scotland right now. No, I don't. Is he worth listening to? Whereabouts is Loch Lomond? It is close to Glasgow, so it's the west coast and about northwest of Glasgow. 2 hours or so, I think, by public transport, and it's really stunning. It's a beautiful, beautiful loch. There's been some Scottish songs written about Loch Lomond. Oh, you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road. Is that it? And I'll be... Yeah. And I'll be in Scotland afore ye, for me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks o' Loch Lomond. I almost butchered that there. I don't even know if that is the correct lyrics, but it's one of those very famous Scottish songs. There's a few. There's quite a few within Scotland. It's on the 500-mile walk. I'm from Glasgow. Your voice is absolutely beautiful. Thank you. I'm from Dundee. Would you believe it? I'm fae Dundee. Fae Dundee, eh? That singing just put me to sleep almost. I actually want to do a singing video pretty soon. Just like a wee collection of songs that I like to sing. Some Scottish songs thrown in there. I don't know that many, but I thought it'd be quite a nice change to the spoken stuff that I do. I'm a dumb American. But I want to ask y'all, sorry, I'm a dumb American, but I wanted to ask, do y'all believe in Norse mythology? Says Jacob. I don't know much about Norse mythology. But yeah, it would be something I'd like to hear more about. Is that like Thor and stuff? Is that Norse mythology? That's a bit of a tongue twister. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. Dundee is great. I was there to visit the RRS Discovery. Yeah, Harry, it's a really cool ship. I was talking about it in my stream last week actually, about the ships of Dundee. Okay, I'm going to get a wee bit more of this stuff out. So I've been using antique gold, but I also have two others. I have a silver leaf and a gold leaf. Do you see the difference? I think the antique gold is a little bit brighter, or lighter even. Wow, you look like my future ex-girlfriend. Greetings from Germany. I've never heard that one before. Future ex-girlfriend. Are you going through a bit of a rough patch? Sending you strength. Breakups are never fun. Are you going to sing some of the Phantom of the Opera songs that the Scottish guy Gerard Butler sang for the 2004 film? Oh, I wasn't going to sing the Phantom of the Opera. No, what's the other one? Think of me fondly when we say goodbye. So that's a bit high for me. Do 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 do. Is that Phantom of the Opera? I'm pretty sure it is. Do 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 do. You got me going now. Oh, now we're cooking with gas. Yes, it's Phantom. Okay, right, I'm trying to decide where else to put the gold. So I've done it along the big green one and then along here. Do you think I should do silver? I'm kind of feeling, I don't want to make it too much, but it'd be quite cool to have the silver running down the blue. What do you think? What do you think, everybody? Okay. Just checking what's on either side. Oh, I've got some little dots I can do in here. What do you think of the Hebrides? I've never been. So the Hebrides is the north area of Scotland. I think that's what you're talking about, right? And it's the landscape is pretty treacherous. Well, it's there's a lot of hills and mountains and things. I really hope they bring Kate Blanchett back for the live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon as Hiccup's mum. Because they brought Gerard Butler back as Hiccup's dad. Maybe, hopefully. That's a good movie. Silver would work nicely with the blue. Thank you. Art by Baz. Oh, you do art? Well, I could listen to you. Thank you for that. Where are you going to put this? It's not for me, it's for my little sister, so up to her. I hope she likes it after all this. Silver would work nice with blue for sure. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I think I need to use up the gold. Right, I'll just do the other side. Be careful. Am I getting it all over the place already? Wait, I could put the golds down here on the trunk. We'll put it here where the other green is, because that kind of completes the arc coming round. I'm doing this. this elephant. Okay. Thank you for your input, everybody. I really appreciate it. Oops, daisies. I went to a really fun gig last night, actually. I want to talk about it for a bit. Oops, daisies. I'm getting all over my fingers and smudging. Be careful. Right now in Glasgow, which is where I am currently based, there's this big festival called Celtic Connections, and it's a couple of weeks dedicated to traditional Celtic Scottish music, and different venues across the city are hosting events, big and small, and my friend was playing last night and it was brilliant. It really inspired me, actually. Yeah, my friend, he is a very talented guitar player, and he had like a sax player with him, and the sax player also played this little whistle thing, not a flute, but like a whistle recorder, and he kept switching between them. It was brilliant. If you're interested in traditional Scottish music, check out Sam Grassie on Spotify. Yeah, that's my pal, and he's pretty talented. I love cultural things like that. Oop, I think I'm getting a bit gallus here. No, let's not use my finger. Let's use this. Oh, I've missed. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you for that donation. That was lovely. Okay, at social events, I feel overwhelmed due to big groups and mundane topics. Like, there better be a pet I can interact with. Or like, this stuff is, okay, I'm going to have to be careful because this stuff just won't move. That was a second ago and it's not budging. Okay, good to know. Or I prefer talking to kids at the kids' table about superheroes and dinosaurs. Are you sometimes like that? Not really, to be honest. I used to be the opposite, actually. For quite a while, I guess I struggled to know what to say to kids. Yeah. I would go on, I've been on holiday with my family a few times, like extended family, cousins and things. And my cousin's two daughters would come on the holiday, and they were 5 and 7, and I just didn't know what to say to them. But I would say now I'm actually more comfortable speaking to kids. And then same with pets. I've never really had that bond with an animal before. I mentioned on one of my streams I had cats growing up, but they lived outside and would never come in the house, so it was like having 2 stray cats that you just fed. So I never had that bond, but in saying that, I've become definitely more of an animal person, and I'm soon to be a dog mama. And I've already fallen in love with the dog, which is very strange because I've never, like I say, had that connection with an animal before. And I've never even met this dog yet. I've just seen lots of videos, and I'm very excited. But yeah, if that answers your question, but I can understand feeling. I think the great thing about kids is they're just themselves, aren't they? They just are unapologetically themselves, and it's really refreshing. And that's something that I've understood a lot more recently as I've, like I say, become more of a kid person. Yeah. Can you say hello to Turkey? Hello. no filter. You mean me? I've got no filter. No, I'm honest. Or you mean kids have no filter? You mean kids have no filter? I mean, I have no filter either. Okay, yeah, I've just put that along there. That's quite fun. You into art and painting? Yeah, I love art. Speaking of guitars, when you mentioned in an old live stream you had fretted your violin, I imagine cutting grooves in the fingerboard and putting in fret wire, not stickers. No, I found this website and the guy creates these fretted stickers, and it's wire, so he's used wire within the fingerboard sticker. It's very, very cool little design. It just slips underneath the strings, and for me, because I was DJing and playing electric violin in clubs, clubs could be really dark, and it was quite difficult to see the violin, never mind the fingerboard. And I do rely on muscle memory to know where to put your fingers. As a violinist, that's kind of what you do. There's no frets, so you just practice and your muscles and fingers remember what to do. But sometimes in the club, if the violin strings slipped, which in sweaty clubs the strings would go out of tune quite a lot, or something would happen, and being able to look at the fingerboard and see what was going on was very useful. So I decided I'm just going to make my life a wee bit easier and fret my own violin, so that in the clubs I could just worry about one less thing. And it helped, it really did. I should practice piano more often. I need to read more books too. Would you join my book club? Also, do you stop the string on a fret wire? I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know it's a very nifty little invention that's helping me. Would love to hear you play on a live stream. Okay, I'll organise something. That would be fun. I could try and find some more minimal, relaxing music, or even like the ambient stuff I've been doing recently. I've featured a bit of violin in that. It's been fun. You should have gotten on one of those cave exploring helmets with the flashlight. Forget me not knowing an instrument. I just wish I could read sheet music. It's not as hard as you think. It just follows just a pattern, you know. Each space and line corresponds to a different note, and once you know that, yeah, you'd pick it up fast. I know you would, Nomad. So read sheet music. The spaces, all you need to remember is face. So F, A, C and E. Face. Wait, no. Am I doing that wrong? No, that's the lines. Wait, no. Every good boy deserves fun. Yeah, no, that's right. I'm right. So face. I've not had to explain this in a long time. So you have 5 lines on a stave. And if you remember the phrase, every good boy deserves fun, so the first letter of each word is the note. So every good boy deserves fun. E, G, B, D, F. That's it. And then the spaces is face. F-A-C-E. There you go. You'll be able to read sheet music now. Every good boy deserves food. Yeah, that's the other thing. The other little phrase that would be taught. Every good boy deserves fun, or every good boy deserves food. Okay, yeah, this is fun. This is really fun. I'm enjoying myself here with all the shininess. It's so shiny. Okay. So when do we get to meet the boyfriend? Well, he's in India at the moment, and he's going to be there for a long time now, at least 4 months. So he went at the very end of December, because he had quite a few negative situations happen to him last year, family related, work related, health related. He was made redundant, and yeah, his mental health was not doing that well. So I thought, get a nice change of scenery. I've got a pal who lives in India, and he owns like quite a few properties and things. So we thought, right, get a change of scenery, go stay with my friend, and hopefully come back feeling better. Sometimes you just need an escape from the situation. And being made redundant, he was free in that sense. So off he went. And then 5 days later, came on the phone to me and said, Josette, there's a tea stand that I've been going to on the motorway, because my friend let him borrow his motorbike. And there's a little dog there, because there's so many strays in India. And I knew where this was going next. And my boyfriend said, I don't think I could leave her. I've been there a few times now, we've developed a bond, and I'd like to try and adopt her. What do you think? It's like, goes to India to find himself and instead finds a dog. And as I said, I've never really been like a dog mama or an animal person, but I could see how much this dog was bringing him back to life, even the few days that he'd had this connection with the dog. And I thought, who am I to ruin that? So he started a TikTok and an Instagram, because it costs so much money to bring a dog back, especially a stray one, because you've got to vaccinate them and get them microchipped and X, Y and Z. So, and it takes about 4 months at least. So now his mission is to fundraise to get Luna, bless her wee cotton socks, back to the UK. I'm laughing because you can't write it, you really can't. And it sounds mental, but it really has given him purpose and meaning, and it's very wholesome. So yeah, to answer your question, when are you going to meet the boyfriend? Maybe if I go up to India over the next few months to visit. I know, it's quite funny. It'll take him 4 months just for the paperwork. Yeah. You can check it out if you want. On Instagram, it's the dog's handle is called Luna from da Streets, with a Z on the end. Luna from da Streets. Luna, the Indian street dog. I think it's Luna from the Streets on YouTube as well. But yeah, he's trying to raise money to get this dog home. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I'll have a wee dog at some point this summer. Life keeps surprising me, and I'm here for it. I was thinking recently, like I say a few months ago, that I'd like a dog, because I do get quite lonely working on my own, not having any colleagues, and having a little animal companion, just another presence in the room, I think would help, for sure. So yeah, I'm here for it. Let's see what happens. You're going to learn the Indian words for sit and stay. Don't need to. He's managed to teach Luna how to sit already within about, honestly, a few days. So he what the story goes, he was in India for about 5 days or so, and then he came across Luna at this tea stand, and he went back a few times, like over the next few days, to feed her, and then he brought her a blanket. But the tea shop owner said that he shouldn't leave the blanket because somebody will just come and steal it. So he thought, oh no, that kind of was the deciding thing for him. He thought, I can't have her sleep on the streets anymore. So he got a tuk-tuk and took her back to his apartment, or my friend's apartment, who doesn't mind, he doesn't mind the dog being there. And that's that. And within a few days, she was trained how to sit. The thing is with street dogs, they're so intelligent. They've got street smarts. So they pick up things quite fast. Though I think she's been chewing on things in the apartment, so I'm hoping that stops before she comes home. Yeah, I know, it's a really nice story, isn't it? Did you express the dog yearnings to him before he got a dog? No, I didn't. But it was something I'd said I would want eventually. So it's just happened a bit faster than I thought. Yeah. Have you any advice for getting started with ASMR? Yeah, sure. Let me have a wee think. If you've not got a microphone, I would recommend the Blue Yeti. It's a staple within the ASMR community. It's a USB microphone. So all you need to do is plug it into your computer, or even better, you can plug it into your phone if you get like a little converter, which is what I've got. And then you don't even need to bother with separate audio and visuals. You could just film straight from your phone, which is absolutely fine for getting started, because I feel like when you're getting started, the more natural it is, the better. Like, yeah, just testing it out. And also try out lots of different styles. For me, I tried out lots. I did quite a few, trigger focused videos. I did a few Chinese speaking videos, played around with location. The beginning's really about you experimenting and seeing what you enjoy most, and that's the fun part. And then once you've got an idea of what you like, it's good to kind of niche down. I'd say, like, I focus on personal attention and those kind of things, but some ASMR artists focus on role playing, and then some do all of them. But I think as you're starting out, it's better to niche down, because then the algorithm really understands what you do, which is good for a new channel, because then it will push you to the correct audience. But if you're doing, I feel like I'm contradicting myself, because I told you to try lots of things but then niche down. Try lots of things in the beginning, get into the hang of it, and then niche down. if you want, that would be my recommendation. Oh, thank you so much, Brian, for that tip. Thank you. Sorry, feel like I'm wobbling the camera a little bit. You focus on personal attention. Actually, not really anymore. I did. If you go back to maybe 3 years ago, I feel like every second video was a personal attention one. But now, it's, I think I still do quite a lot of personal attention videos. But the Scottish storytelling videos have become a bit of a staple for my channel, which I love. They're one of my favourites to film. I basically make ASMR that I feel like I would watch. That's kind of my guideline for my channel. I like mic scratching, face touching, when it feels like the ASMR artist is actually talking to you. So I try and emulate that vibe in my videos. So I hope that I'm successful. Hello from Pakistan. Hello. Aliha here. Thank you for helping me during a stressful time. You're most welcome, and I hope that things ease up for you soon. Oh bless, honey. Had my second heart attack last week, so hard for keeping me calm, dearie. I'm really glad that you're on the way to recovery, and you're most welcome. Sending you lots of big hugs and love. What do I say to a woman I really like her, but I don't know what to say? What is the context? Like, where is this woman? Is she in work? Is she in school? How do you know this woman? And is there like a common, I don't know, like point that you could talk about, if it's in work but just be yourself. The right person will gravitate towards that. It's too much effort being anyone else. So you owe it to yourself to be authentic and confident in yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Simpatico. Thank you. Let me just like your tip, thank you. I love your accent. I've got an East Coast Scots accent, less crisp. Great vibes. Thank you, Mary. One of the reasons I want to go to Scotland to see haunted mansions. I haven't seen any ghosts before in Scotland, but I'll be sure to let you know if one decides to pop up anytime soon. I hope not. A year and a half ago, are you ready for some spooky, scary stories? I had a recurring sleep paralysis dream, and there was a sleep paralysis demon that kept popping up like 3 times. It was not nice. It was really not nice. And that felt like a ghost, because it feels real, you know. You wake up and your mind is playing tricks on you, or at least I hope it's my mind, not a real demon. And it feels so real. Do you believe in ghosts? Well, that's the thing, I kind of do. So what are we doing here, and why the whisper? So I'm painting, and the whisper is because I'm an ASMR channel, so that is a niche focusing on relaxation. So the idea is that soft voices are optimal for inducing the relaxation state. And I hope it's working. What's your favourite trigger, please? I like a mix between like pure vocals, when the ASMR artists switch between soft spoken and whisper, and some ASMR artists just do that so well. Oh, you could do a whispered ghost story video. That would be fun. Who's your favourite Stranger Things character and why? I like Dustin. Why? Because he has a very interesting character development, and he's got a lot of strength in him. And he's adorable. And he seems really good at heart. Yeah, I think he's one of my favourites. What about you? I'm travelling to Europe next week. How cold is it? Where are you heading to? Because some parts of Europe are probably not too bad right now. Today's not been too cold, though I've got the heating on, and I think I'm going to have to turn it off because it's getting a little bit too hot. I don't know if you could see my cheeks getting a bit rosy. But today I think it was maybe about 5 degrees in Glasgow. Maybe a bit more. Maybe around 7 or 8 actually. Not too cold. That's degrees Celsius. So maybe for you that might be cold. I don't know where you're from. Oh, thank you so much, Sidje. I love your videos with the aggro MMA titles. Sending you to sleep, knocking you out. Putting you in a headlock. Oh no. Oh no. I have got gold leaf on the part that shouldn't have gold leaf. Yeah, I've got some of my older videos particularly that have pretty aggressive titles. This ASMR is going to knock you out. Putting you in a headlock ASMR. Choking you out until you fall asleep. I may not have school. Hey Danielle, I may not have school Friday because it's supposed to be wind chills of negative 25 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds really chilly. Are you thinking of coming to the States? If you are, go to the East Coast. I've got some good places you can go. Not this year, because I'm probably going to India this year. But I would like to head over to the States. I'd like to explore a lot of that side of the world actually, but yeah, I'd like to learn how to drive and then do a road trip. So it's on the cards, but I don't know when. Yeah, look what I've went and done here. On the elephant's bottom. Oh, see that? And it won't come off because I already tried earlier. I'm just going to have to be more careful. I think I had a bit on my thumb and I've just been pressing into it. I wonder if it's smudged on this side. No, we're fine. We're all good. I don't know how I managed that. I'm just going to have to get that kind of white mushroom colour again. But it's okay. Hiya, I'm good. How are you, Jake? Hello, Mayhem. Thank you for the advice, by the way. Oh, you're very welcome. Wow, crazy to me you don't know how to drive. Is public transportation in Scotland pretty reliable? It is. It really is. And I cycle most places, to be honest, in Glasgow because it's not that big a city. And for where I need to go, yeah. The trains are pretty good. You've got inner city buses. I would say the UK, in terms of its infrastructure, is pretty decent. I can't complain. Yeah. Hi everyone. Got a few people joining us. Might want to wait a few years for that US trip, maybe. I've got that license to get first. Scotland is a dream for me. I hope we manage to make that dream come true and come and visit Scotland. Okay, I'm now moving on to the silver. Oops, daisies, that's watery. Why is it watery? Oh, it's really watery. Completely different. these are definitely some sort of like oil-based paint. I probably should have a lot more protection out right now. Yeah, that came streaming out. I don't know why that one's got a very different consistency to the gold. I'm just going to have to be super careful. Super careful. Okay. Thank you so much. Some really lovely comments as always. Oh, I'm going to have to concentrate, everyone. Oh, I don't even know how this is going to dry. It's like soldering. I don't know if we've got any people who play with metal, any plumbers in the chat. Soldering's like this process of I'm going to butcher this, joining metal together like copper, like soldering copper pipes and stuff, and it's very cool. It's like you heat it up and then it just liquidizes and then melts into the join. The reason I know so much about it is because my boyfriend's been renovating our flat and he had to learn how to solder, and I was sitting watching, and it's quite a cool process. Where did you get that cardigan? It's really nice, thank you. I actually got it a long time ago, 10 years ago, in H&M in China. Thank you. It can get as hot as 50 degrees in Pakistan. Oh, that's hot. How's the aircon over there? Oh, I'm really enjoying using the silver. It was a bit of a fright coming out as it did. So watery. But it's actually easier to paint with than the gold. The gold kind of sticks a little bit, but this is gliding on quite nicely. I feel like if I had a proper stream set up, like a stream connected to my laptop and then using all the fancy software, I could have had like a second camera on the action so you could see what's going on, but I'm just basic here with my phone, but I could show you. Do you see that silver? Oh, I think this is going to all be very bling and I like it. Your shawl matches your cozy pillow behind you. I know. I did think about that before I came on stream actually. I had on this lilac and green jumper, but it was like a cool lilac, like a gold shade of lilac and a cold green. And I sat down and was about to take a thumbnail for the stream, and I thought, no, it's too cool. It's not as in cool, as in hip, it's too cold looking. I need something warm and cozy to fit in with the background, so I put this on, so it's kind of deliberate. I finally caught one of these. Hello, Shorty. Hiya. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We've just been chatting a wee bit about lots of things, actually. Though I feel like I'm not catching as many comments this time because I'm using this new medium. Can you show the sweater? Like the one I'm wearing? It's actually, it's like a big shawl thing. Yeah. On both sides. What's that? Somebody's off. See you later. I was like, why are you calling her Shorty? Then I remembered her channel name. Yeah, no. It's it wasn't something that I introduced. I think back in the early days of the channel, some viewers just started calling me Shorty and it stuck. I really like it actually, the nickname. A wee bit shorty. Hi, I love your ASMR. I'm really stressful because I have to finish my DIY cosplay for February. I'm only at the half and you help me relax, thanks. You're so welcome. What is your cosplay costume? I hope you managed to get it finished on time. I know how much effort goes into some of these costumes. Good luck. I'm sure you're going to look amazing. It's a better nickname than the ones I've had in real life, says Nomad. Bless. Would you wear a poncho if you were gifted one? Yeah, I would. Danielle would as well. The first time I saw your channel, I definitely associated you with strawberry shortcake. For me, she is Scottish and no one can change my mind. Who's strawberry shortcake? I don't know who that is. But if she's also Scottish, I could definitely, I could understand the comparison there. Is it snowing in Scotland? No. I'm going to have an aneurysm over my autocorrect. It's from a Roblox game called Fighting and he has a shark tail and horns. Strawberry shortcake is such a good word with a Scottish accent. Strawberry shortcake. That is a good one. Multicolour poncho heading your way. I'm here for it. And I'll wear it in a stream. Oh no, it's a cartoon, okay. I need to go to Scotland again, been too long. You're welcome here. What are you up to? I'm painting a little, well, I've got 3 to do. I'm painting little elephant ornaments for my wee sister. I feel like, honestly, she's going to be expecting something. I don't know what she's going to be expecting at this point because it's well past her birthday. Birthday was on the 8th. Whoops. This is what I'm painting. Oh, look at that. I think the metallics are really just bringing it to life now. Oh, I'm pleased. Got to go now, but thank you for tonight. Oh, see you later, Ewan. You're welcome. What's your favourite place in Scotland? Mine is Glencoe. Feels mystical. I've never been to Glencoe, actually. My favourite place. There's this place called the Isle of Eriska. And I worked there for a whole month. And I love it. It's so beautiful. But I was a bit too young to appreciate living there at the time. Because, as I said earlier, I don't drive. And on the island, the only thing there is a hotel. So it's very picturesque. There's nothing around. Unspoilt, untouched countryside and a lake and mountains. But it was 4 miles from the nearest bus stop and 12 miles from the nearest town. And I cycled when I worked there for that month. I cycled into Oban and it took me an hour and a half, and I didn't realise that I would have to cycle on pretty much the motorway through the mountains. It was pretty crazy. And then I got to Oban, bought a pair of shoes for my work, and that was it. There was nothing else to do because Oban's like 3 streets in the high street. So then I cycled back, and I was honestly delirious when I got back, wind battered. Oh yeah, I was about 23. I loved drawing landscapes in Scotland. Yeah, there's some beautiful scenery and countryside to get inspiration from. I have one painting on my wall that I painted. What is it of? I might take a wee break and I could maybe go through some of my other paintings, because I think this needs a bit of a chance to dry. I'm conscious of smudging this paint again. I really wonder what it's made from. It isn't acrylic at all. It's definitely some sort of oil, because this one is even more pungent. I think the twin should make a cameo, but since she has a birthday, that means she'd happy belated birthday. My twin is in the Philippines right now. I think she's having a very good time. Why did the crab fall out with the prawn? Because he was shellfish. Now I have to visit Eriska next time I'm in Scotland. I have a book over here. I can show you it. Yeah, 2 seconds. Okay. So, as I said, the island only has a hotel on it and a golf course as well. But this is going to be a mirror image. It says Eriska, the story of an island. So when I quit, the general manager gave me this book. It was a good job. I was basically, this island was this Scottish family owned the island for maybe about 50 years or something, but to run a hotel, especially in such a remote location, it's very expensive and quite difficult. So they ended up selling up to some Chinese investors, and because I speak Chinese, the general manager wanted somebody to translate or interpret between him and the owners. And I put my CV on a catering website. I was just looking for like a little bar job to tide me over for the summer, because I'd just graduated. And then I got contacted by the hotel saying, hey, we've just seen your CV on this website, and we'd like to get you to come and interview for a manager position. I was only 23. I was very excited at the opportunity. So I went, and at the time the hotel had a Michelin star restaurant. I think they lost the star now. And it was my first ever experience of Michelin star food, because they put me up for the night. They really treated me well, and they let me have a 7-course taster menu with whiskey as well. And I wasn't really a whiskey drinker, but that day I was a whiskey drinker. And the food was amazing. They had like a little a vegetable patch where they grew their own vegetables, some of their own ingredients. So the food was very fresh. And after that experience, I couldn't say no. I got the job, and I was sold. But then after a week, so basically all the staff lived on the island too, but in the staff quarters. And it was very friendly. Everyone was lovely, but like I say, as a 23-year-old, it was a bit too quiet and too much nature for me back then. So this is the hotel. It's like a castle. It looks like something out of a storybook, doesn't it? So this is the area. See if there's any other. Oh, this is cool. So this must have been the family. Yeah, very, very cool. Just some pictures of some managers and things, and the golf course. And then this is the, sorry, I don't know if you're getting bored already. This is the bridge to the island. I wonder if they will film some of the new Highlander there. That would be cool. Strawberry, crier, dryer and fryer. Somebody's just asked for a trigger sentence. That's a good one. Strawberry, crier, dryer and fryer. So I could finally go to sleep at 6 in the morning and have office. Get yourself to sleep. I'll say it one more time just for you. Strawberry, crier, dryer and fryer. Thank you very much. Some nice comments. Okay, video idea. You going through that book? I think that sounds nice. If I had like a proper setup where you can see and the sounds were a bit more crisp. It's a big book. I'm just like, you should do a picture book reading session. I like the idea. Thank you. Say coffee, please. Coffee. Oops. Be careful, be careful, be careful. It's difficult because I'm doing both sides here and I'm trying not to get too much, or just sort of get my fingers over too much of the other side if it's already wet. This is fun though. It's nice talking to you guys. It's nice talking to you too. A chance of an ASMR artist saying sleeper agent trigger activation, Fraser low, but never zero. Why don't you sing us another song? Let me have a think. Would you like a wee song? Can I clear my throat? I've actually got a cup of tea sat there, but it'll be cold by now. In my witchy mug. It's quite warm in this room, so it's still fine temperature. I don't like my tea scalding hot anyway. To me, honestly, lukewarm tea is the one. What song? Away to the west, where I'm longing to be. That's a bit low. Away to the west, where I'm longing to be, where the beauties of heaven unfold by the sea, where the sweet purple heather blooms fragrant and free, on a hilltop high above the dark island. Because I was just talking about an island. Oh, I'll love my childhood, I'm dreaming of thee, as the steamer leaves Oban and passes Tiree. Soon I'll capture the magic that lingers for me, when I'm back once more upon the dark island. It's actually quite hard to sing softly, because I was in a lot of choirs growing up, and I was taught to belt my voice. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that tip. Oh no, I've just got that on my chin. Thank you. Yeah, that was a Scottish song. If you didn't already get that, it's a Scottish song called The Dark Island. And in the lyrics mention Oban, which is where that town was, the town that I cycled to. It was Oban. Shorbert and Chrissy, those are the designated choir girls in this field. Thank you for naming it. Ah, yeah, the Dark Island. Oh, thank you. Oh, some really nice comments. Okay, I think I might make that singing video because people seem to be enjoying the soft singing. What are all your favourite songs for like sleep? I think I definitely did sing a song in an older video that my mum used to sing to me, sorry. Was it The Wonderful World of the Young or something? I can't remember what it's called. It was one of those songs that I've never even heard the recording of. I think it's an old song, but my mum used to sing it to me when I was a wee kid, about 4 or 5, maybe even younger. I need my guitar now. Can you say iron brew? Iron brew. Who here likes iron brew? I just realised recently, iron brew tastes so much like bubblegum. I didn't even realise it was just one of those things growing up. Iron brew just tastes like iron brew, you know what I mean? But I think it was an American friend of mine that said, yeah, I've tried some iron brew. It tastes... I'm not going to do the American accent, by the way. I've tried some iron brew, and it tastes just like bubblegum. And I was like, oh, you're right, actually. It really does taste like bubblegum, and I've never realised. Your sister is a good singer for sure. Yes, she is. Frankie's got a great voice. I think we leave it to your discretion. You'll pull some song choices we won't know and fall in love with. I just listen to instrumental music before going to bed or napping. I listen to sleep meditation music, though last night it was quite funny. So as I said, I was out at that Celtic Connections gig that my friend was playing at, and I had a few drinks, and I've not been drinking a lot recently. So I thought, right, I'm going to have to I need a wee bit of help to get to sleep because I'm always a bit buzzed when I've had a drink. So I put on some 432 hertz music, like spa music. So if you know what solfeggio frequencies are, basically it's the idea that certain frequencies have certain abilities to like heal or help you with feeling more calm, or help with love, help with abundance. So there's meant to be frequencies for lots of different things. And 432 hertz is meant to be healing for your body and your mind. So I put on some healing music last night to counter the alcohol poison. And I must have had some music on my queue, because about 2 hours later, because this track was just about 2 hours long, in my dream I started hearing some drum and bass, and I was like, what's going on? And then I woke up and my drum and bass playlist was playing at like 3:30 in the morning. I was like, oh. It wasn't fun. I'm a social drinker. The drinks are an antidote to being social. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, the silver's fun. I like the silver. Tuning fork set 432 Hz. Yeah. Are there frequencies to unlock latent superpowers? I want my fire breath in place of ice, damn it. Can you sing the Bonnie Bonnie of Banks of Loch Lomond? I actually did earlier. I could do it again. Funny how real sounds slowly bring you out of a dream. I know all about that, babe. Okay. I'll do one other wee song. So I'll sing the song I sang earlier. Sing the song. Oh, he'll take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afore ye. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks o' Loch Lomond. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to go. That's why I was like, I don't know what else to do. Oh, it's tough. I think I might introduce the third colour just to, why not, mix it up a bit. I'm thinking of putting maybe a silver in here then, between the blue and the pink. What do you think? What do you think? Between the blue and the pink. What do you think, everybody? Cam Radio was created by Eric Harry, a psychiatrist who focuses on that. I bet it works wonders then, if he's got the research to back it up. Right, I'm going to go have to turn off the radiator because I'm sitting here melting. So hold on a wee moment. I'm going to finish this line and then I'm going to go and turn off the radiator, and you might hear a few snap, crackle and pops over the next 15 minutes or so as the radiator calms down. But yeah, let's do it. Okay. Have you heard of the Scottish guy from TikTok who sings sea shanties? I have, yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone's so sweet. So how's everyone's January been? Let's talk about January. For me, it's been a very long month, actually. And I've still got about a week left. How's it going, everyone? Moving from England, how are you doing? I'm good. I'm really good. How are you? Are you feeling excited? What's the beverage tonight? It's just good old Lidl's Sleep Tea, which is a nice wee combination of chamomile, lavender, I love lavender, and a few other non-caffeinated herbs, the herbs. Oh, welcome to Shorty's Biscuit Tin. I've got a member. She's never going to say hi, Solomon. I just did. Hi, Solomon. Have you heard the DJ, Solomon? I love his stuff. He produces like melodic house, quite chill vibes. He's an excellent producer. So when I read your name on screen, that's what I'm reminded of. The winter blues have come on a little strong, but getting over them. Yeah, we're only a few months off of spring. We've got this, guys, we've got this. And gotten in the way of skiing and other fun sports. My birthday's the last day of the month, not that anything special is going on though, but it's been a long one. What are you going to do for your birthday? Just chill. Have your favourite food. January's been fine, glad to hear it. I think with Cameron soothing changes over the years. I used to love Baba, the Cosmic Barber. Oh, but nowadays it's a bit too intense for me. Bless. Do you like his songs? Do you mean the sea shanty guy? I've only heard that sea shanty song, but I did enjoy it. Right, I think I might move on to the last colour. Oh no, I have made a couple of wee mistakes, but that's okay. Actually, what should I put here? I'm thinking maybe the silver, because I've been using silver for the blue and the pink ones. Here and here. So it kind of makes sense to do silver here, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, this is not... I'm not getting all this done tonight. Honestly, see when I picked these up in the charity shop, I had the idea to upcycle them. And I thought, yeah, this will be like a nice fun wee project. This is an epic project. But she's worth it, my little sister. I just hope she appreciates, not appreciates as in like, I want her to appreciate what I've done for her. I hope she doesn't take offence that it's taken me much longer than I said it would to get her present to her. And I hope she understands that I just didn't realise how much was involved in upcycling. I just onion bombed myself. What does that mean? I hope you're okay. That's the worst feeling. Is this a thing? Onion bombed. No idea, really. Likely just till there's been a lot of them long. Well, I hope you remember to do something special, even if it's just something small, because you deserve it. You're worth it. Your room has a wintry feel, as in like, I hope not like cold, I hope it's like a warm feeling, like, you know, like when it's cold outside and you're all snug by the fire and there's a warm glow. I hope that's the, oh yeah, you could hear my radiator going off now. I hope that's the kind of winter you're meaning, not like the Ice Queen sat there. That wouldn't be so good. When's your birthday, by the way? Hi, Lee. My birthday is the 23rd of December. The same birthday as Just Maya ASMR, as I found out when we were on holiday together. So I gave her a high five. Sorry, the tongue's coming out. That means I'm concentrating. I'm a wee bit far behind. You're... Oh. I have a second sister. She's 10 years younger than me. So she keeps me young. Okay. Sorry, I'm just analysing what needs to be done, what I have done. Okay. This is not live, is it? It is. We're live. It's alive. It is live. How old are you? I am 32. Had to think for a wee second there. I'm feeling 32. Can we see your outfit? So I have these cozies on, which I've been living in all winter. I've got this random top, and then this cozy shawl thing. And I'm nice and snug. If you're on YouTube, live seems like entering into people's apartments. Welcome. Grab yourself a cup of tea. I keep forgetting that I'm not yet 37. Are you excited for turning 37? What has been what has been your best year so far, everyone? What has been your best year? And why? I've just become aware of ASMR. You're amazing. Oh, bless you. I'm really glad you discovered ASMR because it's very beneficial, I believe. What time is it in Scotland? Let me check. Oh, it's 11 minutes past 12. How often are you on? I've only started making this a regular thing as of last week. I streamed 3 times last week, thanks to one impromptu stream. And here I am again. But, as I said earlier, I really would like to make this more of a thing because I love it. I streamed quite regularly a few years ago, but on a different app. So now I think, let's make this more of a thing on YouTube. So yeah, can you say wee bit? I mean, if you wait 5 seconds, I'll probably say wee bit. Anyway, it's like my catchphrase. What's kitsune? To be honest, I have no idea. I bought this. My outfit is really old actually. I bought probably these 2 things within a few months of each other. So I bought this top in South Korea. I went on a wee trip to South Korea when I lived in China because it's not far at all. And South Korea, at the time, it's still very fashionable, but at the time, a lot of my friends were telling me to go to this university area in Seoul, which is the capital. And in the university area, there's all these boutiques, very fashionable little boutiques, and cheap as well. So I went and I had a bit of a shopping spree when I was in South Korea, and I bought this top because I thought it was quite cool, but I've no idea what brand it is, what it means. It kind of looks more French to me. And then I bought my shawl in China, but in H&M in China. So that was 10 years ago when I lived over in Asia. So yeah, I didn't even realise that putting these things on, but I keep a lot of my clothes in quite good condition. I think a garment of clothing that I still wear, which is my oldest piece, is this dress that I bought when I was 14. I went to Florida with my dad, and my dad is a bit of a fashionista. He loves his clothes, and we've been on quite a few shopping sprees with him throughout the years, and we went to Florida to all the outlets, and there was this shop called Charlotte Russe, or Ross or something, and I got this brown paisley print dress, quite floaty, and I loved it, and I wore it to a few parties when I was like 15, and then I went up in the attic, and I found it again recently, and it still fit, and it's back in fashion, so it's back in my wardrobe. Is it snowing in Scotland? No, it's not. Amazing Kitsune is a hybrid lifestyle brand that blends fashion, music and cafe culture with a distinct Paris meets Tokyo aesthetic. It started in 2002 and has grown into a multifaceted creative house. Look at that, a wee nugget of information. Oh, thank you so much, Lee. Bless you. Appreciate that. I'll get myself a wee coffee tomorrow. Thank you. Are you from Scotland? Yes, I am. Kitsune. Well, that's cool. So, House Kitsune. Yeah, it does sound like a French collaboration, doesn't it? 'Cause oh no, I'm getting this on the paint that I shouldn't be getting it on. I'm going to have to concentrate for this little bit. Sorry, 2 seconds everyone. Okay. Sorry. Hey Josette from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Hello. I like your bedtime story reading. When do you do them? I'm actually going to film, I'm going to do a live stream reading some Scottish stories. Probably not this week, but I think in a few weeks I'm going to try and get it done before I go to India. Now that that's on the cards for me this year. Do Scottish like English? Yes, we do, generally, I think. I do, at least. I can't speak for all of Scotland, but I do. Has your sister been told not to watch this because of spoilers? My sister doesn't watch my live streams, so I'm alright. But if she did, then I would have definitely told her not to sit in. Have fun in India, thank you. Yeah, basically I'm making this present for my sister, so that's why she wouldn't be able to watch this stream. If she did watch the streams, that is. I don't really know who in my life watches my videos. Or people that I know. How far is India from Scotland? About a 9-10 hour plane journey. Something like that. Quite far. Finally managed to leave my car and go to my flat after being serenaded by your lovely accent and singing. So I'm getting a wee bit stiff. Brothers and sisters are natural enemies, like Englishmen and Scots, or Welshmen and Scots, or Irishmen and Scots, or Scots and other Scots. Bleep, Scots, they ruin Scotland. Is that Groundskeeper Willie? I remember that. Yeah. This London has been all over Scotland and loves his Scots. Have you got a Cockney accent? Yeah, I am loving this silver. It's so nice to use. I think I'm going to try the third colour after this and see how it goes. Sorry, I'm concentrating again. Chat amongst yourself. Chat amongst yourself. I sound like some sort of primary school teacher. Do you like Cockney accents? Yes, I think they're very cool. I like a lot of English accents. I like the Geordie accent the most. Please don't drink too much, Josette, I'm afraid for you. Alcohol, you mean? You don't need to worry about that. I don't drink much anymore, to be honest. Used to be a bit of a fish, I would say. But these days, no. Talk amongst yourself. Did she tell me to have internal dialogue with myself again? Yes, I am. Yes, I have a Cockney accent. A rarity these days. I know, it is quite rare. I remember getting into a taxi in London a couple of years ago, and the cab driver had such a thick Cockney accent. It was quite funny, actually. But I don't know what it is about the Cockney accent. It almost feels as if, like, I don't know, you're being scammed. I don't know. Or it's like that cheeky, chappy, kind of mischievous vibe about it. I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's like a... Maybe I just watched Oliver Twist too much as a child. Oh, thank you so much, Leo. Can you do some camera covering with the centre of your palm? I can, indeed. Just a wee bit of hand movements, though I don't like doing hand movements too much on my live streams because, as I said last week, it's for me it's a bit, there's too much of an audience, you know. Like when I'm on my own filming ASMR, doing hand movements feels quite natural, but when there's an audience, just, yeah, I don't know, it feels more performative. But I hope this is giving you tingles, Leo. Just a few more. Just relax. 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 I like your comment there, thank you. Do you like Peaky Blinders accent? Yeah, I do. But it's not my favourite. But it's decent. It's a decent one. Scouse is funny. Yeah, this elephant is blinged up. So I'm holding it quite weird right now. I've got it by the trunk. Ah, yeah, what am I? Oh no, I feel like I'm messing up a little bit here. Maybe because I've got it in a very weird position. I'm basically just making sure that I don't get my fingers all over the wet paint on the other side. Difficult. Okay, how does that look? Oh no, I feel like I'm sticking to it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's fun. Oh, thank you so much. Everyone's been super generous tonight. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Last question before bed. 3 favourite movies. Mine are Jurassic Park, only the first one, Road to Perdition, and Disney's The Great Mouse Detective. I've not seen Road to Perdition, and I've not seen Disney's The Great Mouse Detective, but you have 4 likes, so people are in agreement with you. I actually quite like the third Jurassic Park. I think that's my favourite. My favourite movies, if you've been in a lot of my streams, you could probably know this off by heart. One of them is In Bruges. I love that film. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Let me pick another one, because I usually say the same 3. In Bruges is just brilliant. What other movie do I like? One of my top movies. I think I've said this before. Life is Beautiful. It's yeah, that's a really great film. Yeah. Sing the Castle song, Josie. The one that my sister sings. Oh, tell me why do we build castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why. Oh, the castle's way up high. Please tell me why. Do we build castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why. Oh, the castle's way up high. Is that the one you meant? Mine are Castles in the Sky, Flight of Dragons, Fellowship of the Ring. There's so many good ones. Life is Beautiful. It's such a good film. Yeah. PSA reminder, a fossil digger is a paleontologist, not an archaeologist. Get that fixed before people get it wrong. What's he going to do with all that junk? All that junk inside his trunk. Okay, let's spin them round. the Mighty Ducks ice hockey movie. I've seen Mighty Ducks actually. Hot Chick, that is a good film. Yes, I remember that film and I really enjoyed it. Good one. And School of Rock, classic. Yeah, School of Rock's great. Sadly, the joke is if you can't be a paleontologist, you become an archaeologist. I'm not sure how it feels. I picked the latter option first. Where would you be your dream place to work? Nomad. Once you've studied and entered into your field, where would you like to go? Never seen Mighty Ducks. It's pretty wholesome. Classic kind of 90s movie. It's worth it. Oh, Space Jam. That is a good 90s movie. Was it 90s or is it early 2000s? I can't remember. I just know I was pretty young. I have The Wizard of Oz in 3D. That must be a wild ride. Space Jam is 1996. Space Jam. Welcome to the Space Jam. Space Jam. I played that in my DJ set. There's like a remix version of Space Jam. It's pretty good, if I do say so myself. I didn't remix it, I just played it in a December gig. Okay, I'm going to move on to the other colour. The other metallic colour. Oops, I just dropped that. Oh god. I'm not sure if you heard that rattle. Uh-oh. I think we're okay. It's alright. Yeah, these, I actually think I do have tarps up in the attic. Because this is so oily. Like, I'm rubbing it off and it's just staining the side of the glass. Can you see it? No, you probably can't. Oh, can you see that? Do you see the, like the lines that I'm drawing? That's stuck there. Have you ever seen Tusk? Sorry if you ever do. I have a Wall-E collection. Good night, Cheryl. Have you seen Sandman from Netflix? I actually just downloaded Netflix for the first time. I mean, I've watched Netflix before, but I've never had my own account. And I just downloaded it for the first time 2 nights ago to watch Stranger Things. My neighbours are at it again. What are they doing at this time of night? But yeah, I felt like it was a pivotal moment for me downloading Netflix. I'm part of the machine. No, I'm joking. I just, I don't really watch TV a lot on my own. It's, for me, it was always something I did with my twin or other people. But yeah, I felt I needed to catch up on Stranger Things, and I think it'll be quite nice. Because when I'm on my own, I don't really relax that much, which is strange being an ASMR artist. I always feel like I'm running about doing something. So over the past wee while, I've made it my mission to slow down and find more balance in my life. So this is part of that. Downloading a streaming platform so I could sit and do nothing and watch TV and relax. What are Josette's doing? Josette's neighbours doing pole. Slowing down, that's a great resolution. It's taken me a long time to realise it, but yeah. Pulp Fiction is one of my favourite all-time. Pulp Fiction's a great one. Yeah, it's a really good one, actually. I love Django Unchained for the Tarantino film. think it's because I like that, is it Christopher Waltz? Is that his name? He is just an insanely good actor. In whatever role he plays, he just smashes it. And I loved his character in Django Unchained. Yeah, that's actually a film that's up there for me. Are you analytical, Josette? Very, very much so. I studied economics at uni, so naturally I'm quite drawn to the analysis of things. To answer the question of where I think the dream about going in archaeology, oh yeah, I asked Nomad where he'd like to go in the world for archaeology. I think I would want to do the Middle East archaeology, which is weird saying as an American. No, I don't think that's weird. We're all human beings on planet Earth, and I feel like we should all be welcome everywhere. It's just a shame that the people of power don't seem to think so. Do you watch Still Game? I have watched it. I've watched quite a few episodes. But it's not something I'm actively watching, no. DiCaprio's scene in Django was amazing. Yeah. He's brilliant in that. Such a good film. Though, I would say most Tarantino films I've loved, except from The Hateful Eight. I just couldn't get behind that one. I ended up turning it off, and that's very rare for me to do during a film. But it was just a bit too slow for me, and too many characters. I like when you could really follow the character development of one or two central characters. But when you've got a movie like that, it's kind of hard to follow, and there's not really much of a story arc. It gets a bit dull for me. What do you all think? As an economics major, it seems like the complete opposite of the creative centred world you've built for yourself nowadays. Yeah, I studied economics and Chinese at uni, which is very different to what I do now. But I've always had a passion for anything creative. But I was quite studious in school and did well academically. And I thought, and I was encouraged as well by like teachers and things to do or pursue a more academic field because it's more safe, solid. So I did, but I always had the back of my mind that I'd like to get my solid base, I guess, something I could fall back on, and then go and pursue what I really wanted to do, which I guess I've done. Because it is quite hard to become freelance in the creative scene, or in my case, I don't like saying become a YouTuber. I think it's a bit of a weird thing to say. I don't like it. I don't know. I think maybe the connotations, I'm a YouTuber. I make content. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing to get into, but I feel very lucky that I've been able to carve out a wee career in this industry, I guess. Yeah, I feel very lucky, and it's all you that make that possible. So thank you very much. I owe it to you all. Looking at the patterns is messing up my synesthesia. Yeah, this stream has got quite a lot of patterns. Not bad to have a little side gig YouTube. YouTube's fun. It is fun. A lot of people complain about the algorithm, and I guess I used to myself as well. But to be honest, it changes. So as long as you're putting the work that you're proud of out there, it doesn't really matter, unless, like, you know, your views are really dying and you've got to rethink your career. then I suppose that's a bit of a problem, but in general, yeah, I try and just make sure that I'm happy with what I'm putting out and put as much effort I can, and then that's all I could really ask of myself. I think we've got a few little conversations going on about films. I've kind of, I feel like I've missed quite a lot. There's a lot of messages. Oh, here, I could answer this question. I think I answered this in my last stream. Why did you choose the name Shortbread? I chose it because I wanted something Scottish. So, shortbread biscuits, Scottish. I also wanted something to me that create the image of something cosy and comforting, like sitting having a cup of tea and a shortbread biscuit with your granny or your auntie or some comforting female figure. So yeah, I thought ASMR shortbread to have a wee nod to my heritage and instill that sense of coziness. But I don't know if it's that obvious. It definitely gives a cozy vibe. Okay, I'm glad. Oh, I'm liking this one. So, this gold is a slightly different colour again. I'm not sure if this is going to be able to pick it up though. So, this gold here is the antique gold, and that's what I've been using. And then I've just switched to this one, which is the gold leaf. And it's slightly more orangey. This one's got like a silver sheen almost, but I like this. It's like 3 different metallic. I mean, I think if this was on the whole thing, it would be too much. But I think on its own is actually alright. To be honest, the camera picks them up differently. I would say in real life, what I said was more orange is actually more silver, and what I said was more silver is actually more orange, but it's funny how the camera's picking that up slightly different. So I'm not sure if you could hear toilet flushing. Sorry if that's a bit loud. Yeah, I do like this colour, however it's like the first one I used. The paints are slightly drier, it's like that gritty texture again, and it's hard to move across. The elephant, oh, my hand's sticking to it now. Love your living room. I'm from Aberdeen. I was in Aberdeen in December. I actually really like Aberdeen. It feels like to me kind of like a storybook city, especially at night time. On the high street, everything's grey and tall. It's quite gothic looking, like something out of a gothic story. It has that whimsical feel, in my opinion. I'm probably the only person ever to describe Aberdeen as whimsical. Tell me everything about you, where everything began. It all began when I was a fetus. There's not much to tell. I'm a twin. I'm from Scotland, and I make sleep videos to help people relax. I wouldn't have said whimsical, but I'm loving the promo of Aberdeen from you. You're very welcome. Yeah, being from Dundee, I feel like there's a wee bit of a low-key rivalry between Aberdeen and Dundee, because they're both on the east coast, only about an hour and 15 minutes between them, driving. So yeah, I think there's a bit of playful rivalry. I made it in time. Hiya, pal. I hope your shift went well. What was it before that? What are you asking, Aaron? Sorry, I might have missed your first question. What has your twin been up to? She is in the Philippines right now, having a wee holiday. But she's been cracking on with work, putting on lots of club nights and interviewing the rich and famous. There's only one ASMR shortbread, I should hope so. Get them done for copyright. No, I'm joking. You going to do another hairbrush with your twin? No, that was a one-time only thing. One night only. Aberdeen comes from the Pictish word for river mouth, yeah? You're asking the wrong person. You're informing me with that one. Aberdeen. I mean, it sounds right. How old are you? Where are you now? Where did you go to school? Are you a mum? I'm 32. I'm in Scotland. I'm in Glasgow, but I'm from Dundee. And no, I'm not a mum. Have you ever been to Stonehaven? No, I've not. Or have I? Actually, I said that a bit too confident there. Maybe. Well, Forfar is way full of rain. It was actually quite a nice day today in Glasgow until about 7 o'clock or so. Then it got a bit drizzly as I was walking to the shops. Are you an identical twin? Yes, I am, but to be honest, we don't look that identical anymore. Especially because we've got different hair colours. My twin has quite a bright reddish colour that she's rocking. And yeah, as we've gotten older, our faces have changed slightly. So it's quite easy to tell us apart. Well, that's in my opinion. Some people still mix us up. Long time listener, first time joining the stream. Oh, welcome. I've been painting this elephant and I thought I was going to finish tonight because for the past 4 streams I've been painting this gift that I plan to give my little sister, and I thought I would be finished tonight, hence why I've scheduled the stream, but I don't know, this is not going to be finished because I've not even finished this one and I've got 2 over there. But oh, I am loving the metallic. Isn't that just adding something a bit different there? And then when I've finished it all and it's dry, I'll varnish it and we'll be done. What a journey it's been with these elephants. Oops. Dundonians only look good if they don't live in Dundee forever. Lochie and Fintry age you a fair bit like. I'm not going to disagree. That's so cool being with a twin in the same grown up. It was fun being a twin. There was definitely fun aspects of it. It was nice always having a friend, you know. Having somebody who shared your childhood with you and has the same memories. Because I do like to sit and think about good memories and fun times. And it's nice always having that other person who like witnessed your childhood, if that makes sense. Kind of like, yeah, you've got that common memory, and it makes it nicer to take a trip down memory lane when you've got somebody that was there, had a very similar experience. It's probably one of my favourite things. Being born alone is not so cool. I think there's pros and cons to each. The difficulty being a twin is that you're compared a lot. Like, if you had a friend and you and your friend were both good at something, would you have other friends that went up to you and said, oh, which one of you is better at this? Which one of you is better than that and better at that? Or you're the twin that's better at this. People would do that. They'd say, oh, who's the better singer? Who's the better drawer? Who's the better musician? And it's from a very young age as well. And that's not a good environment to have to grow up in, I guess, or that constant reminder that you have competition. You know what I mean? Whether I thought about it to any length, it was like a subconscious thing, you know. And a lot of twins express this. So there are many parents of twins that make efforts to separate the twins. So my mum and dad made the decision to put us in different classes in school because they didn't want that comparison to be drawn between us. It still happened anyway. But having our own like groups of friends and our own classes was definitely a benefit. You're never born alone, your mum is always there. Yeah, exactly. I've heard of a twin theory. When one of you feels pain, does your other feel it? Not for us to, no. I love burritos at 4 a.m, parties that never end, dogs that love cats, and twins. Sounds like you like a good time. Burritos at 4 a.m. I had a falafel wrap last night at 11:30 at night. So not quite as rock and roll, but it was a very good falafel wrap. It was probably one of the best falafel wraps I've ever had. I would say that. Because falafel could be quite stodgy, and on a wrap it's like stodge on stodge, but this was a very moist, crispy falafel wrap. It was great. Yeah, how does that make sense? It works. There was lots of fillings. I take it there's no twin telepathy either. Well, do you know what? We bump into each other quite a lot. I know that sounds silly, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was flying. Where was I flying to? Was it in September? It was last year some point, a couple of months ago. I was at Edinburgh Airport. I think I was flying to Portugal for this ASMR trip, and I didn't realise Frankie was also travelling that day. And I was in the airport, and then I bumped into Frankie. So that was quite funny. And then at another airport as well, but we both knew we were meeting. I flew from Newcastle to Malaga, and Frankie flew from Glasgow to Malaga. And we were trying to meet up. Frankie was with my wee sister, and there'd been like a backlog of people getting off the planes. So in the main area, there was hundreds and hundreds, if not like about 1,000 people squeezing into this area, and there was like a bottleneck. And Frankie had said to Trinity, oh, we're never going to find Josette here. And literally, as we were coming into the bottleneck, there was only about you could only get about 2 people in the bottleneck like at each time. Me and Frankie just were brought together right next to each other. I was like, oh, hey, Frankie. She was like, what? I was just saying how we wouldn't find you. And we're right next to each other out of all these hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000, like I say, people. So that kind of thing happens a lot. We're on the same vibe, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Frankie's my sister's name. Could you say gritty rivalry? Gritty rivalry. It's the rolling R's, isn't it? Did you ever pretend you were the other twin once? My twin and I were very good at school. Goody two-shoes, to be honest. But on April Fool's Day one year, my teacher had gotten us good, or gotten me good. She'd put on the blackboard, so every day before class started, my teacher would write the morning's agenda, and we would all look through the window in the morning just before the bell rang to see what the agenda was. And she'd put on the blackboard, spelling test, and me and my friends were like, oh no, spelling test, oh, we didn't know. And then when we got in the class, my teacher said, oh, I heard you all talking about the spelling test. April Fools. So then I thought, right, that's it. So during break, I grabbed Frankie. I was like, right, let's switch classes. Let's play a prank on our teachers. So we did. I lined up, after break finished, I lined up for Frankie's class to go in to the classroom, and she lined up in my class line. But my teacher knew straight away, because she, over the course of, I think, like 5 or 6 years, had both me and Frankie. I think she'd had my class for about 3 years, and she'd had Frankie's as well for 1 or 2. So she knew us, even though we were twins, pretty well. So she knew. But she was a good sport, and she let me stay in my sister's class, because that teacher had no idea. And then I sat there, and Frankie had art class, and I didn't want to touch her art because, yeah, I didn't want to interfere with what, like, the work that she'd done, because they were finishing off something. So I was sat there just pretending to paint, and I remember the teacher coming over, and she was like, that's beautiful, Frances, because that's my sister's real name. That's beautiful, Frances, but you need to hurry up because you're taking a very long time. And I was like, okay. And then my teacher came through, and what did they say? The whole class came through, and I think Frankie's teacher was shocked, like, what's going on? But all the kids were in on it. And then my teacher was like, would the real Josette Allen please stand up? Would the real Frankie Allen please stand up? And it was good. It was good fun, actually. Good crack. And yeah, that's the only time we swapped classes, but it was a good one. It was fun. That teacher was playing chess with you all, and then you played 4D chess with her. Okay, I'm just adding a line of gold. Lovely. So I've just done that bit there. Livestream suggestion, a little Scottish folktales reading. Actually, I was saying that earlier in the chat, that's my plan. So, not this week, but hopefully in a few weeks' time I can get a wee set up, because I'd like to do the Scottish storytelling sessions landscape, because I know people sometimes like to watch live streams after they've finished, and I feel like those ones would be particularly suited for people who wanted to catch up on the stream afterwards. But it's my feeling that perhaps a landscape setup for that would be a little bit better. A little bit better for post-stream viewing. I don't know. That's just my impression. So I'm having a wee think, because my setup isn't great at the moment. It's just my phone and my Fifine microphone, which is also it's a mono mic. It's not stereo. So this mic doesn't do the whole ear-to-ear thing. I'm not sure if you noticed. But I'd like to do the Scottish storytelling properly. So I'm trying to come up with a plan. Oh, return of the wee bannock. Hello from Afghanistan. Sending big hugs. Video idea, you telling the story of the Loch Ness Monster. Going to Loch Ness and telling the story of the Loch Ness Monster. Now that would be something. Okay. I was really sad. I was really sad and depressed for a while because someone flipped me off when they got mad and angry at me on social media. Oh, Richard, don't let that get on top of you. People turn into keyboard gangsters on social media because they have the safety of their own home and the anonymity, is that how you say it? Of just being a name. So people really let their pain body out when it comes to social media interaction, so don't take it personally. It says a lot more about them, than it does about you. It doesn't say anything about you, really. So just try and rise above it, bless you. Most people arguing with are the bots 9% of the time anyways, exactly. We've all got your back, Richard, don't worry. I want to see your painting. Okay. It's an elephant. Someone flipped me off, so I drop kicked them. Now I'm in a wheelchair for 1 more month. Did they win the fight? The lack of accountability is a slippery slope for everyone, even if we're normal people otherwise. I know, that's what it is. People just let their inner demons out online, and it's it can be quite worrying sometimes. Shorty Van Gogh masterpiece. Wait, are you actually telling the story? You actually did dropkick somebody. Okay, I thought you were joking. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I fractured my big toe on Hogmanay this year. The bells had just rang and I was outside on the phone, and I was at my friend's house for a party, and it's a shoes off house. So take off your shoes so we're not messing up the carpets. And I just stepped outside to ring a few people to say Happy New Year, and it ended up being on the phone for far too long, and my feet went numb because it was too cold outside, and then I accidentally kicked a little concrete step up to the door, and I think my toe is broken. But it's fine, you can't really do much for a broken toe. The good thing was, because my feet were numb and it was so cold, I just went and stood on the grass for another 10 minutes, and that probably helped. Numbing. I didn't know you broke your toe again. I thought your second business trip to China was cancelled because you broke your left foot. Yes, that is correct, and that's why I started ASMR. Because I was off work for 3 weeks. I broke my foot 2 hours before my flight. I couldn't believe it. I was gutted. So the whole business trip was cancelled, and it was a 2-week trip. But I was off work for 3 weeks, and I started making ASMR during that time. And the rest, as they say, is history. So it was definitely a big, silver lining. Oh, thank you so much, Tommy. That's really kind. I really appreciate that, just because you're adorable and I love your accent. Bless you. Thank you. How cold is it in Scotland? Not that cold. Today, at least. But then you've got to remember, what I would say is not that cold is probably very cold to some people. But today, I think it's only been about, I'd say, between 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, which is quite warm, because the other week it was -1 degrees. But it's quite fine today. I actually had to turn my heating off earlier because I was melting. If you didn't break your foot, we'd never have met. I know. I had been thinking about starting an ASMR channel for a while. So it wasn't like a spur of the moment thing, but it was one of those things that I wanted to do, but I never had the time, and I was just starting this new job. It was my first adult job, grown-up job, I'd say, except from working on the Isle of Eriska. I talked about that earlier. It was like a month I lasted there. But yeah, so this was my first full-time adult job. So I don't know, who knows if I would have actually gotten around to doing ASMR. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I have to hit the hay. Thanks for the stream. Good night, and lang may your lum reek. That is a very difficult Scottish phrase to say. Lang may your lum reek. I think I'm probably the only Scot with a problem saying that. Thank you very much. I like it as well. There we go. Thank you. I'm glad she's doing a lot of good things with ASMR. I don't want anyone to have a broken foot or a broken bone. Yeah, it was... The thing is, it wasn't even sore, because I just didn't notice the adrenaline, you know. I mean, it was kind of sore afterwards, but yeah, I was more sad about my business trip. So I was kind of like telling myself it wasn't sore. I was like, it's not broken, it's fine, it's fine. And the taxi driver, he was some Geordie guy, because I was living in Newcastle. And I was like, I'm really sorry, but I think I've just broken my foot. Basically what happened, if you've not heard this story before, I was going to China on a business trip. I was living in Newcastle, and the taxi was outside, and I'd put my suitcase and everything in the taxi, and I'd gone upstairs to grab like a USB. And coming down the stairs, I was rushing around. I was aware that the taxi was waiting for me, even though the trip was on expenses. I shouldn't have rushed, but I did. And I overstepped on the last step and kind of crumbled to the side and landed on my metatarsal and felt a big pop. But I just jumped straight up and went out to the taxi and jumped in. And then after a few minutes I was feeling very, very much in pain, but not too bad, like I say. And then I asked the taxi driver if I could put my foot up on the dashboard, because I was in the front seat. And he was like, okay, crack on. So I took my shoe off and put my foot up on the dashboard, and it was double the size of the other one, and it was bright red. And I said to him, right, I'm going to still go to the airport, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to travel. And I remember he said to me, well, it's your work, you better go. Even if it's broken, you should probably go on that trip. And I'm like, what? When I got to the airport, I went to A&E, and they confirmed that I couldn't get on the flight until I knew the status of my foot. So I had to go to A&E after that. But at the airport I called my boss, who was in China already. And I think she was with some like important partners. And then I FaceTimed her. I used WeChat video call. I was like, I think I've just broken my foot. And she was like, what? But I think she was more not really sure how to deal with me crying down the phone, to be honest. And then, yeah, after 4 hours in A&E, it was confirmed you have a broken foot and you are going nowhere. So then started the 3 weeks from home, working on ASMR. At the time it was sad, but I really don't mind now. I'm very grateful, to be honest. So I've definitely kept that story in mind quite a few times since that point, when life has been a bit tough. There's been a couple of difficult situations arise. I've just thought to myself, remember the amount of times that you've been in a difficult situation and it's transpired that situation has been for the better good. So just keep that in mind. And sorry, that's my stomach rumbling. I can honestly say that there have been quite a few times in my life where situations that seemed negative at the time, but in the end they were necessary for something better to come through. Like I could think of at least quite a few, actually. Yeah. It's like the story of the Chinese farmer that I told in one of my videos a few years ago. Basically, the story goes, I'm probably going to mess it up. Well, not mess it up, but it's more poetic than this, but I'm just going to outline it. So there's a farmer, and he has a horse. And one day the horse runs away, over the hills and far away. And that evening, all the villagers gather and hang out in their usual spots, and they all say to the farmer, "Oh, I heard about your horse today. That's such bad luck. I'm sorry to hear it." And the farmer said, "Well," what was it? They said something like, "Isn't this such bad luck?" And he says, "Maybe." Yeah, that was it. And then the next day, the son goes looking for the horse, and then the horse returns, but with it, a few more horses have come. So the horses made some pal, and the son manages to bring back a group of horses, or what's the plural for horses? I don't know. We'll say 5 horses, something like that. And then that evening, the neighbours are all exclaiming, "Isn't this such wonderful luck? Aren't you so blessed?" And the farmer says, "Maybe." Then the next day, the son goes out into the field to try and tame the new horses, to try and get them to try and ride them, I guess. And he falls off and he breaks his arm. So that evening, these neighbours, these nosy neighbours, say, "Well, that's absolutely terrible, isn't it? What bad luck." And the farmer says, "Maybe." Sorry, I'm taking so long telling this story, you're probably bored by now, but anyway. And then, this is the last bit, I promise. And then, the next day, all the soldiers come round and announce that all the young men must now conscribe to the army. There's conscription because there's been a war. But because the son has broken his arm, he cannot go. So again, the neighbours that night say, "How lucky. Isn't this such such good fortune. And the farmer says, maybe. And that's the end of the story. But basically, it's an old Zen story to basically illustrate the point that we really don't know what's coming next, and we don't know what good will come of the bad, or similarly, what bad will come of the good. So all we could do is live in the moment, count our blessings each day, and appreciate what we do have. And not judge, and to not judge any situation. That's important. It's from Zazen, yes. Sounds like it would be a true story. I mean, maybe it was a true story, but it probably spanned over a few days, a few weeks, probably not each day. I feel like that would have been quite a dramatic turn of events for them all. Or maybe, who knows? Maybe, as the farmer said. I think the villagers just want to get a rise out of him, goading him. Isn't that so annoying? And he's like, nah, I'm chill. I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting to see what happens. The stream is so calm and zen while I got chaos in the kitchen now. Oh, bless. It was chaotic in my kitchen tonight. I received a HelloFresh order today. I started up again. I've had HelloFresh on and off over the last 2 to 3 years. I actually love it. It's so good for people like me who are okay at cooking. Not the best. I was actually sponsored by them like 3 years ago. And I thought, perfect, I love HelloFresh. But I'm not sponsored by them right now. I don't do sponsorships anymore. But I cooked, was it duck confit? How do you say it? You know the one, duck confit. But I'm not, it definitely sounds a lot, it's meant to be said something, I don't know, probably with a bit of an accent. Anyway, I cooked that tonight with honeyed carrots and leek red wine juice, but the way, like, it's JUS, so it's like fancy juice, and it was brilliant, if I do say so myself. That's what I like about HelloFresh. It's kind of foolproof. So my kitchen, it was a bit of a war zone because it's the timings. I get a bit flabbergasted by the timings of cooking. But I did an okay job tonight. But the steam that was flying out my kitchen window. Whoever's the mod of the stream is doing God's work. Yeah, let's all just have a wee moment of appreciation for my mods. I think tonight we've got Danielle, the baddest mofo in Oz, and Nomad. Yeah, those of us with wrenches by our names, it's a team effort. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Because I've just started screaming. I've not started screaming. Because I've just started streaming again. I don't have many mods, but hopefully over time I'll start recognising more names in the chat, and I could get a sense of who's a good egg and who's a bad egg. If you're a good egg, you might be promoted. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't want to be a mod, because it seems like a lot of work. So honestly, to the 3 of you right now, I really, really appreciate it, because you're keeping the chat so wholesome and friendly and calm and cosy, which is exactly what you would hope for in an ASMR stream. So Big love. Alright, Nicole, be a good egg. Okay, so this is how this one's looking. I think I've pretty much finished that side. Oh, that only took nearly 3 hours. And I've still got 2 more to do and this side to finish. So have you guys got another 12 hours? Might be done by then. Yeah, I'm happy with that. As someone who mods for 5 different small channels, it could be a lot, so yeah, shout out to the mods for real. Big thank you. I have school in the morning. To be honest, I think I'm gonna shoot off now. But at the beginning of the stream, I was asked if I had listened to Benny Hill. I'm remembering I'm actually really chuffed with myself, and I forgot last stream to listen to Benny Hill. So I will be going to brush my teeth, wash my face, have a wee listen to Benny Hill, and then I'll catch you all in the next stream. Hua fu wai chi. Take the foul and rotten and turn it into rare, magical and ethereal. Nice. I've got a Discord message for you if you could look at it. Okay. I've not been on Discord in 81 years or 82 years. It's been 82 years. But I will. Thank you for letting me know. I'll check out my Discord. Before you go, what do you do outside of ASMR? I DJ and I play electric violin, and I've started producing music. And I've done a wee bit of life coaching. So yeah, kind of a few fingers and a few pies. Don't forget Benny Hill. I won't. I'll remember. Okay, right. Thank you for joining me. I think this will be the last of the elephant stream because I don't know about you, but I'm a bit fed up of the stream. Not with it, like with you, but with the elephants. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that. I really appreciate all the generosity as well. But yeah, I'll be streaming soon, within a week or so. I'll have a wee think and figure out when is best. But it'll probably, like I say, be a different theme or something. Good night, everyone. Oh, we need to see how they turn out. Oh, I'll definitely show you them. But I feel like I just need to crack on. You know what I mean? Just get my head down, finish them, and I'll do a show and tell on the next stream. Yeah. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining me.